The college football playoff is here. The long regular season has all been building to this. And now, first-round games and home field settings. This place is going to be rocking. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, the legendary home of the Fighting Irish. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Hermstreet. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. Team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Change the pre-snap look now. They're going to the air in the first play. Grab down the middle. It's Kramer. Powering through a tackle. Big spear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Past the 20. Touchdown, Irish, as they claim the lead in this playoff game.
Well, I can't believe that this is how this game gets started. Very first play of the game, a shot downfield and a touchdown. With all the buildup and all the hype, this is how we get started.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Goes to the pistol formation now. Ball handed off. Fights off a defender. Finds room at the 30. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Back to throw. It's Gomez. Looking right. This one caught. Powering through the defender. They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43.
Watch big-time play by the wide receiver. He makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and then gets some yards afterward.
They keep him guessing with a run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Catch made on the left side, and he'll get their first down yards before they finally bring him down. The Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
But what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And, Chris, I think back all the years of Texas football, going way back, they've had some good receivers. Roy Williams comes to mind, Devin Duvernay more recently in the slot. But, man, they really need to start a new legacy. And maybe plays like this can get them going in a new direction.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's got it right near the end end zone. Touchdown, Texas, as they fight back here in this playoff game. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver Kirk perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
Kick travels out of bounds, and the penalty moves the ball to the 40. He'll hand it off. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Kramer. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision?
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
On the play.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Oh, they fake it. Can he get there? Some hard running there through a tackle.
Hey, snapping to an offset player like that is much harder than it looks. And to put it exactly where it needed to be, that was perfect.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Oh, and he's got it inside the 15. Quick tackle, spot the ball at the 11, and a red zone opportunity now.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds his target, and it's complete. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That's how you finish a play.
That's what I love about this running back is he's so dangerous after the catch. You know, you look at him and you think about the ability to run between tackles or even bounce it outside, and that's great. But what makes him really one of the more dangerous backs in the country is this right here. Catch the ball to the backfield, make people miss, and take it into the end zone.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. Longhorns offense takes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And they'll use the ground game here. They test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Pass not complete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Looking downfield, it's Gomez. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a 1st down. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his 1st down on that 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Bring the pressure, and down he goes.
It's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. On the move now. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25.
Boy, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's third down coming up.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
It's incomplete, broken up nicely. Now there is a flag on the play back in the offensive hit area. So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Trying to knock it through from 44 yards away. We got it. The field goal's good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And looking to throw now on first down. Moves out of the pocket. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. And the junior makes an outstanding catch.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they have got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He finds some space. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. It's a shotgun run call. Fighting off the defender. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
Oh, he makes the catch. Tackle made after a big gain.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing.
Touchdown, Notre Dame. They connect for 6. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You can see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. Bringing pressure. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've got a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Dropping back. It's Gomez. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
The tight end makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Offense getting set. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Longhorns looking to keep this drive rolling.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. And that makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short game.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. It's a fly to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And they convert on third. Football at the 20 now. First down in the red zone.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, the quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Looking to pass. It's Gomez. He escapes the pocket. Runs through the defender. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Longhorns begin a new series here, first and 10. An inside give now from the shotgun. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Off play action. He's looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Looking to scramble. And he just throws it away.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down on the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And he's got it. No problem.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. It's a draw. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Kramer. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
No punt. Offense still on the field, going to go for it on 4th down. Design quarterback run.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. As a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive, pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
They bring him down, but not before gaining first down yardage to the 22.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Off the RPO, caught to the right. He'll step out after a nice gain there, and the offense will have 1st and goal.
Chris, this guy is having a career day, and we're only in the first half. 2 touchdowns. Here's a great conversion. This guy right now is playing in a zone.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. See what they can do here. 3rd down and goal from the 1. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
I mean, body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air, it's Gomez. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's incomplete, a last gasp pass as time expires in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Looking for a fast start here at the beginning of the third quarter. Down by a couple of possessions. On first down, it's play action. Looking for his big tight end. That's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, and hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Looking for a deep completion. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Caught by the receiver. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Oh, he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
Looking to throw. It's Gomez. Looks left and finds his target there. He was brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. The Longhorns will have first and 10 here. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Looking to pass here on second down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. On the move now. He'll throw it deep down the middle of the field. It's intercepted. a good return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here's a throw underneath to the back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Second down play coming up. Motion now from the tight end. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Moves out of the pocket. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You got to have somebody out on the outside that can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
And it comes out to 25. No return attempted there. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Running out of time in the pocket. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And there's the handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
On third down, he drops to throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense makes the stop. The screen pass doesn't produce a first down, and now it's fourth down.
Great job by this defensive tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
Play action here on first down. That's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. Second down play coming up for this offense. They snap it. The quarterback looking to throw the ball. He escapes the pocket. Extending the play now. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And he drops back in the gun. That ball snagged for a completion. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
The offense really clicking against this battle defense. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. It was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on 1st down.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
They continue to feed the running back, but he has had nowhere to go today. They've been getting owned at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. The tight end makes the catch downfield. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the 1st down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. Now we're set to start the final quarter of play here. So here we go. 1st play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Here's the handoff. Has it back to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They continue to roll up the score. They'll try to add the lead now with a PAT.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Short throw complete to the tight end. The ball is loose. The defense has got it. Who's in the clear? Touchdown, Notre Dame. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment. Potential momentum shifter. They scoop up the fumble and score on it.
Well, you just got to give credit to this defender for locating the ball, getting his hands on it, and then scooping it and scoring. So often you see guys that just want to go down. This guy realized, hey, I got athletic ability. I can pick it up. I'm going to score myself.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep downfield to the left. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
But here we are in the 4th quarter. The offense just trying to come up with something to try to spark this offense and give them a chance at a comeback. Unfortunately, the defense is playing smart. They're sitting back, anticipating these deep throws.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, yeah, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Second down after that previous play. Wants to throw it. The pocket breaking down. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Now, trailing by this much in the fourth quarter, the defense playing smart. They know you've got to take some deeper shots to try to get back into this game with a big play. And the margin of error for this quarterback shrinks with every pass attempt.
Oh, look, he's chucking it deep again. And it's hauled in. What a catch. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34. The Longhorns pick up enough for a first down.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play, try to get in the end zone, maybe get an onside kick.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from the 34. Dropping back, it's Gomez. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Looking to scramble. He'll throw it now. Catch made on the right side. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a 4th down completion. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Falls incomplete, but a flag on the play. Let's see who this is on. So the quarterback lost track of where he was. He was all the way beyond the line of scrimmage before throwing that pass. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
The pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Yeah, Chris, he got hit right as he released the ball. Very fortunate that ball's not picked off. And the bottom line is that they can't give this quarterback more time in the pocket. They have no chance of thinking about trying to come back.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Defense is coming after him. And it's intercepted right near the goal line.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Leaning on the run game here late. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. Here's the 2nd down play. using his legs. And split. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. He just came flying in to lay the lumber immediately.
What a great job of timing up the blitz here by the backer. I don't know how this running back held on to the football, because as soon as he got his hands on it, he got hit hard.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
This defense is trying to do anything they can to get back in the game. The fact this offense is still throwing the ball, who knows, maybe a tip pass, maybe an interception, anything they can do to get...
Other returner lost the ball. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
Well, that returner might not see very many more chances in this game. But that's a real heads-up play by his teammates to recover the ball so the offense can keep possession.
Bringing pressure.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Dropping back. It's Gomez. Looking for a late deep shot. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Boy, Chris, it has been tough sledding today for the old man under center. At this point, you just hope he's able to get out of this game healthy.
Longhorns will send their punt team onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
It's a fake. The up man has it. And the head coach's gamble there pays off. They do get the 1st down.
Well, you know those players are pumped and hoping the coaches all week would call it at some point. I'm sure they've been practicing for weeks on that one, and luckily it works out.
And that's it. The game will end on one last incompletion.